ChatGPT stuff. How?
Yo, what's up? Bro, Jason Montoya número 2. I can't wait for this shit. Yo, Moha. Yo, AMP. Yo, Iman. Yo, Delay. Yo, Debauched. Opas. Yaro. What's up? Bro, this is... I made a pizza for this. Legit, I have a pizza here. I'm gonna treat myself with this joint. Well, that's gonna be so fire. I wonder what kind of nonsense he was saying this time. Self-made pizza? No, it's one of these, like, you buy them. It's margarita, nothing special. Yeah. I just put some cheese on it. Additionally. Nothing, tomatoes. Paprika. Stuff like that, standard. Yo, Oni. Medus on bulk? Bro, I just don't give a shit at the moment. How I look and stuff. Fuck it. Sometimes you got to let yourself go, bro. I have my looks minimizing era now. So. Yo, electric. Bro, we're gonna go into World War III. At least let's go in with a fucking full stomach. Let's wait a little bit and we start. Stream started just in time. My shawarma just... Oh, nice. Puppet Combo has a new horror game. You are a taxi driver in the new horror game. Skin something, I forgot. I can look it up. Yo, you better, what's up? Wait, let me see. A skin freak. It's called Skin Freak. You're driving around. I don't really understand what the game is about. I would be down to play it. That's for sure. Another horror game joined. We're down for it, man. Yeah, my PayPal is empty though. I need to wait. Oh! Can you subscribe to my channel now? Can you check? I think I turned it on, I'm not sure. Like, can you become member Or still not, because it says it takes 24 hours until it gets like approved. I don't know if it is approved already. Because level 3 a subscription is juice noticer, so they might decline. But I didn't write it with a J. Like I didn't write juice, I write juice. Like orange juice. I hope they allow it. Kite. Kite notice. And no message from YouTube yet. Yes, I know Daniel Hariratju. He's Iranian, right? What is Super Chat? I can also activate Super Chat, Super Sticker, and Super Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna activate this. Subscription. Should also be okay. Oh, you can subscribe now. You can literally subscribe now. Can you check or reload my page and see if it pops up? I need to know if I did it in the right way. Isn't Super Chat like donation for more visible chat? I think it is. I'll just activate everything. Okay. Let's start it up.
That is called a fair warning, you dog shit. Listen and watch his eyes. Listen and watch his eyes. He is not only a fraud, he's also a liar. I see a pattern here. How come, Jason? How come? How come this pattern exists?
I have over 30 years of experience in that.
Oh, God! First of all, let me clarify something. This is not yet the final Exterminatus. A lot of people thought like the video was it. No, that was the warm-up. The final Exterminatus is gonna come, and everything else I'm gonna show you certain things because I have it open here. Yeah, this clown, I bet a lot of people of you have not seen it yet. He made actually a response. You already noticed.
Do you know how everyone found out?
With what I
because
show in
he's
the last
annoying
video
on Twitter.
and with my experiments and the ChatGPT stuff, how can this guy make only a 5-minute response? What is in there? Well, I will show you. Or we will see together, I guess. Now, once again, I will show you funny shit because he lies about me in this video multiple times. So you will get actual information here, actual insider information. So this is gonna be basically... It's not a filler episode. That would be wrong to say. You will see what kind of person he is a little bit more. And don't worry, guys. I'm not stretching this out. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna milk this guy until it is not funny anymore. Trust me, I'm not gonna do that. I know the rules of lolcow making. Trust me. I will just end him for good with, you know, my style with one final video. I don't know when it's gonna come. I think it's gonna come this week.
Huh? Bro, this is already 40 minutes. How many times do you want? Bro, but Finn wanna milk this, like, joint properly, bro. He wants to smoke the filter also.
Towards the weekend, alright? And then I'm done, right? It's not gonna be a Jason Montoya show on my channel. This guy is obviously just, everyone knows who this guy is, right? I was just, someone has to make fun of this guy, right? That's all it was. That's all it was. And I didn't search it out. Simply, I had one day where I decided to open my Twitter, which I made one account, by the way. This is where I saw one tweet of him. I didn't search him out. I saw one tweet and was that pissed that I was like, bro, someone finally needs to make fun of you, you fucking clown. That's all this is. Hey, TomTom. Thank you for the, wow, 10 bucks even, my man. Thank you for that hour of roasting. That Jason dude was completely insufferable. He talked about Tommy in 30 years. If you think this was the Exterminatus, you don't know me by now. This was the warm-up, guys. This was the fucking warm-up. The actual extermination is gonna be pretty compact, and then I'm done. For those of you who don't know what happened, I made this video in regards to Jason the Fraud Montoya, and there's one very significant detail in here, right? This is why I decided to make the final Exterminatus also a video, because I think a lot of people...
it will be the same way,
to get people on it that don't know what happened. Then I show his mental state, which is obviously insane. But then this, right? But the most significant part is actually this. This is the most significant part. I don't know how many of you have watched this. This is where I actually expose him as a fucking liar. Because if you don't know, Jason claims he has put the debate, the transcript, in ChatGPT, and it says it told him he has like won and did a really good job. He literally wins on every single point. That is because he put in a forged transcript. He lied to you. Now, this is also one thing why I'm like even more angry. I am even more agitated than I was before this. Now I'm actually agitated because you can say I'm an asshole. You can say I'm mean. You can say I make personal attacks. What you cannot say about me at all is that I am in any way dishonest or a liar. And if you do that to me, I get really, really angry. Now here, obviously, what I do is, here I get very suspicious because what he puts in there doesn't make sense. Now again, if you didn't get to this part yet, that's a spoiler, but me and another person, because Chris is in this video as well. Me and both Chris put the actual transcript of the debate in ChatGPT and ChatGPT in every single occasion, every single instance, every single point says, you read this, right? And we did this multiple times. So
isn't ChatGPT programmed to give you right? Like, doesn't ChatGPT know that Finn is him when he puts it in there? Enjoying your pizza? Yeah, it's nothing. It's margarita, like with tomatoes and cheese, standard shit.
This is the comment, right? I put in spoiler for the last segment. The last segment, blah blah blah, is of utmost importance. I think it's crystal clear that Jason Montoya actually stooped this low. Yeah, he put a forged transcript in because he's actually that fucking... Like, he is that hurt by it that he wants to, I don't know, somehow save reputation. But this is where the fun comes in, right? You can participate. So what I did here is I put up a $100 bounty. I am dead ass serious about this, by the way. I am literally dead ass serious about this. For the first person that puts it into ChatGPT, so the actual real transcript, right? And if, with the exact prompt in the video, and if you end up in any way with a verdict that Jason Montoya like utterly won in any way, you get $100. Some people did, and they didn't get any different results. So you see how it goes if you don't lie to your audience and you put the actual transcript in, right? That's very, very important to me. He is not only a fraud, he's also a liar by this point. And this is where I'm getting a little bit angry. Because once again, you can say a lot of things about me. You can call me an asshole, you can call me mean. You cannot call me a liar. That is what you cannot do. We are getting to Jason's
So the Jewish guy has lied.
Are you ready for this shit?
I'm very surprised.
Let us listen to what Jason has to say.
Jeez Louise.
Very, very
I watched
surprised.
Finn's response video.
Okay, he watched it.
And there are a few things to unpack. First, since he questions results, I question his results. But to be fair to Finn, and I feel like I say that a lot, while he never provides me the same charity, I do believe his results are accurate, and I also believe mine are accurate.
That is impossible. The results are so mutually, like the results are so significantly different, they cannot be true. The only way his result is accurate, or his result is true, like he says, is if he, and that is what he did, he put a forged transcript in. Cause, let me tell you, this is where I need to do a quick interruption. One more comment because I'm interested in truth, like you. Added you on Discord. I would like to receive your transcript that you offered to share. I still did not hear back from you. Yeah. He offered me the transcript. 5 days ago. He said, yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give to you exactly what I put in there. So you can...
I have over 2 years of experience and thousands of hours in Tekken 8. Please respect my holistic nuances of random back freeze and neutral.
You can confirm it. Didn't hear back from him. Hello Jason, Finn says he sent you a friend request on Discord and is asking for the transcript.
Wait a minute. Was that you, clone? Is that your comment? Well, that was a fire fucking comment, bro. That's you, right?
Back from him.
Yo,
Hello Jason,
Sava.
Finn says he sent you a friend request on Discord and is asking for the transcript you offered. The Red King. I will respond to Finn. Did not do it. Didn't hear back from him. You did not respond. I respond in my time frame, Finn. I don't run on your time. I run on mine. Mr. Montoya, you are responding here. But it is too much to ask to simply upload the files you use to a free file share site or G drive. I would like nothing more than to do an apology video for suggesting that you are a liar, sir. You seem to have time to respond here. Here's a tip. The transcript is literally a kilobyte size file. You can send me that on Discord even without Nitro. ChatGPT told me that it needs a transcript anyways for this, and audio seems irrelevant. So simply send me that small kilobyte file sized file over Discord. As soon as I cleared that, I do a 3-hour video in which I apologize on my knees and will hail Jason Montoya as the greatest mind of tech. Well, I did not hear back from him.
So maybe we should get an expert in ChatGPT to explain the different results. That said,
So first he makes a fake transcript, sends that to ChatGPT so it gives him right. Then he does the same and then Finn is right. And then he says, now we need to ask ChatGPT why it says different things. Bro, this is some AI generated beef, bro. What the fuck?
I want to point something out. Even his own ChatGPT analysis, it said he won on mechanics, but it also said I won on delivery.
And this is where Jason is lying again to you, because he didn't actually watch the video. I bet he put it through ChatGPT. Now, why do I say that? Because first of all, that's not what ChatGPT said. Second of all, that is not my result. Let's go to the video. This is my result. This is my result. This right here. Activity. Warning against hype. This is my result. This is mine. And here, I won. That's my result. What comes next is not my result. That is Chris's result. Now, where is the part where ChatGPT says this? Let's check that. Let's just quickly check. I want to get the wording here. Here. This is the final assessment. Winner on substance, obviously me. Strength of delivery. Jason had a more community-oriented appeal, but the debate tilted toward mechanics where Finty's detailed knowledge prevailed. So even in where he says ChatGPT says something positive, ChatGPT just can't bring himself, it cannot bring itself to even defend him fully and says, but he is an idiot. Isn't that funny? You are literally a liar. He gets roasted by his own ally. By the thing he relies on. By the thing he abuses. Final judgment. I win. Jason had strengths in ethos and community perspective. However, his credibility was undercut when Finn highlighted mischaracterizations like the speed kicks tweet. And this is now where it gets really funny. Because for Jason, the speed kicks tweet was a personal attack. I can already spoil you. You can see it as a personal attack, but do you know what ChatGPT says to that? It says, yeah, you can say it as a personal attack, but that doesn't make it wrong to do that. And by the way, Finn, you're right on that. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
It also highlighted that he engaged in personal criticism and attacks.
ChatGPT didn't highlight that. ChatGPT said that happened. And by the way, Jason, it's not wrong to personally attack someone, especially if I am right. Because ChatGPT, in every single analysis, gives me the complete edge on the speed kicks tweets. ChatGPT says, yeah, you personally attacked Jason Montoya. You were, by the way, right to do that. That is not wrong. And you are also right in substance. Like, you can't make this up.
That is the very thing I called him out for during the debate. And let's not forget, before I even met Flynn, he came into our local Discord.
Now I want you to really pay attention to this. I want you to really listen. Really listen here. Listen.
Let's not forget, before I even met Flynn, he came into our local disc asking players for dirt on me personally. Not about Tekken 8, not about the merits of the game, personal dirt.
What is your
This is a
first
Mossad.
impression when you hear that? What is your first impression when you hear someone comes into our personal Discord and wants to dig up dirt and asks people about personal dirt on me? What is your
That makes no sense, bro. It's like saying someone comes into some Jew like Jason Montoya comes into my Discord and asks fucking Alifornication or Usava, yeah, can you give me some some bad things about Planted Medusa? Like, hey, isn't that your Discord? Okay, let's see what Finn says.
first impression of what kind of stuff you would think here? If you were to say that about me, I would think you asked him something like, hey, do you have any information that Finn, for example, asked for CP somewhere? Do you know about this? Do you know something like this? That is what I would interpret if you say something like that. That someone asks for personal dirt about you. I will come to that after we are done here.
Then in his own analysis, ChatGPT confirmed that personal attacks were part of his approach.
Yep. And ChatGPT says, in every single personal attack, you are literally right, Finn, and justified in doing that.
That's his own tool saying that. In his response video, he also skips over or purposely ignored the part where I showed his tweet saying he's going to continue to make it about me. I even asked him in a friendly way, if you're going to talk about the debate, fine, but keep it to the game.
Now, what kind of tweet is he talking about here? The guy has to be obviously an idiot, right? I didn't tweet about this, but this guy's mind works in tweets. I will show you. Does this look like to you like I want to personally attack him? I literally say, if anyone wants to say anything to this or call me out on anything, I give you the stage. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to do a stream of my own, and anyone is free to give a take or challenge me on anything I have ever said about Tekken or Jason. And I will also show the things I could not show, because Jason considers it a personal attack, Omega Lol. If I do not hear anything, if I do not hear anything, consider it an absolute victory for the great fucking Hailtai. Now, that is what he refers to. He says this is a tweet, but
Instead, he titles a video.
I want to just point out Tekken 8 is so shit that we are enjoying this. Like, whatever this is more interesting for me than going into ranked. Wait a second, let me get some chocolate, bro. Okay, I'm ready. All right.
biggest fraud in the FGC, Jason
Wrong, but you can't read. It's called Tekken's biggest fraud, you fucking moron.
Montoya. Do you not see a pattern here? I mean, how
I see a pattern here. How come, Jason? How come?
Yo, what's up?
How come this pattern exists that people are calling you a fraud and like you have no idea what you talk about? How come this pattern exists indeed?
how many times does he have to do this for you to see a pattern? He is not coming
I need to see when was the first time I posted about Jason Montoya. Wait a second. Because I knew this guy is gonna be trouble. Let me see when it was. Hmm, 2nd of September I posted one time, but I posted him earlier also. Wait a sec. How can I find
in
it?
good faith to talk about Tekken 8. For me to even
I
consider
posted about him
debating
4
Finn
months
again,
ago.
we would need to be agreed to some ground rules.
Listen.
Mine are simple.
Oh, what happened? Sorry.
This pattern exists that people are calling you a fraud and like you have no idea what you talk about. How come this pattern exists indeed?
How many times does he have to do this for you to see a pattern? He is not coming in good faith to talk about Tekken 8. For me to even consider debating Finn again, we would need to be agreed to some ground rules.
Listen.
Mine are simple. First, no personal attacks. Keep it about the mechanics of the game.
We did that for 2 hours. And every single time I asked you about something literally directly about the game, you were like, I don't know. Can I please have it written in fucking stone that this clown didn't even know on his own character that while standing free is not safe anymore? Do you see a pattern here? Jason, the goddamn fraud Montoya.
Second, he has to publicly admit that my level of expertise is valid. I have over 30 years of experience in
Oh, God.
1,000 hours in T8. Even if I do not memorize every piece of frame data like him, I still know the game well enough to discuss it.
And that we have already disproven, Jason. There is no discussion with you. You still don't get it. Jason, that wasn't a debate. I didn't want to debate you. That was a trap. Do you think I would debate someone that is that far beneath me? I debate equals, not maggots. But obviously the trap worked. People thought this is a debate. It wasn't. It was a public crucifixion. You were the clown and I just wanted to give people a stage to throw some tomatoes on your face. And that is exactly what I achieved, Jason. It wasn't a debate because I knew from the very get-go that you have no fucking idea what you talk about. I can debate with Fujins in Tekken 8 more effectively than I can with you.
Just like in MMA, a fan can say, McGregor is losing the
Listen and watch his eyes. Listen and watch his eyes.
striking. He needs to take it to the ground.
Again?
Fan can say,
Well, if Finn wants to say that he's reading up from something that he has prepared from ChatGPT, he's doing that since day one. That's not new. He always does that. He doesn't look behind his camera, like he doesn't look into the camera when he's talking. He always looks, I think it's his PC, where he has like the key points that he prepares in advance and writes down, give me a good analogy for blah blah blah. This guy has no brain.
McGregor is losing the striking. He needs to take it to the ground and be correct without being a pro fighter. Coaches are another example. They may not be the best players, but they all...
Is he reading off a script? Sandman Adrian. You got it. Literally every single one of his videos is AI. That is ChatGPT writing a script. That is why his ChatGPT immediately offered him to turn it into a YouTube video like he usually does. Every single thing is a script. Yeah, he reads that shit. Listen to his delivery. Just listen.
often have great insight. Same with me. I know enough to say Brian's back one is plus. Brown is crouched down.
I know enough to say Brian's back one is plus.
What?
You have to be...
Dash 3 is plus 4. His forward plus 3 is 6-8. And when Lily's heat smash is blocked, I can punish with the down forward 3 plus 4.
With a down for... Let me check the note I have written. Down, forward, 3.
Don't know the frames on it, but I know that's my best punish. I may not cite exact numbers, but I know the game. And if Finn can acknowledge that, then we can have a real debate.
Okay, you know what? Here's the deal. If you give me the transcript, I think about it.
The elitist mindset.
Oh, the elitist mindset to expect from someone who says he has thousands of hours in Tekken 8 to maybe know that while sending free on his main character is punishable.
Who has trained with the American Koreans, who has been playing Tekken for 30 years.
The elitist mindset!
Pros or people like him
Sorry.
will know the game. And if Finn can acknowledge that, then we can have a real debate. The elitist mindset that only pros or people like him with more knowledge on frame data, encyclopedia talk, it's toxic. Just look at the recent match between Moonsault Slayer and Buff Guy.
What? It is toxic? Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but wait a minute. Why is he now talking about Moonsault Slayer and Buff Guy? So we are barely 3 minutes in, and that guy got graped so hard that he already doesn't know anymore what he even can bring forward. And now he says, look at Moonsault Slayer and Buff Guy? What?
Moonsault won some games playing risky and with unsafe moves. And Buff Guy lost his cool, calling him trash. That is elitist.
What?
Moves. And Buff Guy lost his cool, calling him trash. That is elitism.
That is... Call it what you want, Jason, you fucking idiot.
The belief that someone you do not respect should not be able to beat you. Finn's attitude is no different.
My attitude is no different? Wait. I have to be... Wait. No. Guys,
no,
am
he
I
didn't.
fucking mental on this? My attitude is not different. I went out of the way to contact you, to talk with you, and to actually make sure
Even
you
if
know
you
what
would
you
call
talk
him
about. I
Jew,
gave you
he would say,
every
"I am
single
Christian."
opportunity under the fucking sun. But you are the one who says, I have 30 years of experience. You are the one talking down to people. You are the one calling FDX a noob. That he is fairly new to Tekken and regurgitates bad assumptions. You...
And lastly, ask yourself, would you debate a person like this? Before ever meeting me, he looked for personal dirt.
There it is again. Listen. I will show you the truth in a moment, but listen.
And lastly, ask yourself, would you debate a person like this? Before ever meeting me, he looked for personal dirt. He said in advance he was not going to be nice.
That is called giving you the courtesy. I said in advance, I'm not going to be nice. Mike told you that. Mike said, are you sure? Do you know who this guy is? Do you know who this fucking mentally ill German cunt is? And I was so nice that I even told you I am not going to be nice. That is called a fair warning.
Yeah, he's
you
scrolling.
dog shit.
Debate, he called me stupid. He was not going to be nice. In the debate, he called me stupid.
Wait a minute, Mr. ChatGPT. No. I didn't call you stupid. I said, are you stupid? That is a question. I think ChatGPT would call this one for me. Wins on technicality, no? I asked you a question. I never said you're stupid, right? This is what you do. But I bet ChatGPT would still call it.
Then he tweeted about going after me more.
I didn't tweet, but I know your brain works in tweets, you fucking idiot. And I didn't say I come after you. I told anyone who wants to defend you or say you're right, or I invited you personally, you fucking idiot.
And then he makes a video calling me the biggest fraud in the FGC.
Tekken's biggest fraud. Don't put yourself on a pedestal.
That's not good faith to...
Bro, shall we go under his fucking YouTube videos and just all post Star of David in the comment section?
Bait. That is a weird obsession. And honestly, some of it's kind of funny. Calling me the biggest fraud in Tekken, I mean, come on. Low-tier God exists.
You know what? I'm even calling this one. This will never happen. If you give me 3 days, with low tier god in the lab, he will stomp you, Montoya. If you give me 3 days with LTG in the lab, he will fuck you up. If you give me 3 days with any player in this game, they will fuck you up.
Right? Jokes aside, no reasonable person would go back into a debate under those conditions.
Oh, he can use
If
it,
Finn wants
doesn't
to
matter.
actually talk Tekken 8, I'm game. The best way might be a debate essay format. He writes his points, I write mine, we counter each other.
Yo,
That way
Artemis,
he
I'm
cannot
good, how
just
are you?
lean on personal jabs and keep things on substance. I doubt he'll agree, but that is the format I would support if he truly wants to talk about Tekken.
So, what he wants to do, and I tell you why
Nothing
he wants to do
new,
that,
chillin'.
is he wants a debate essay format. Yeah, some of you in the chat are already calling it. He wants a debate essay format so he can give his AI takes. He can simply write his AI takes down. And that is why the guy did you guys ever realize the paradox that we are talking about Tekken 8 on Mike's show? We are literally talking about Tekken 8. We are literally talking about moves. And he says, bro, this is a personal attack. Let us talk about Tekken 8. Did you ever stop and think about, wait, is this guy mentally ill? What is he talking about? You're literally talking about Tekken 8. Why does he say he wants to talk about Tekken 8? I tell you why. Because the only thing that he has in his head are the AI takes he has memorized. Which is why every time I want to talk about Tekken 8, he doesn't talk about Tekken 8. Did you ever realize that? Every single time when he opens his mouth, he goes into ice cream, wrong axioms, bad faith, vanilla and chocolate. Did you ever realize that? He doesn't want to talk about Tekken 8. He wants to talk about vanilla and chocolate. And now he says the only way he wants to debate me, and once again, it wasn't a debate, it was just so people can throw tomatoes at his clown face, is in a debate essay format where he can just post his AI takes. Because what happens when he actually has to prove what he knows about the game? Well, you saw what happened then.
Otherwise, I'm not going to stay in the mud with someone more interested in tearing me down than debating the game. If he keeps this weird fascination with me personally, that's on him. I'm already married, bro, not interested. But seriously, take your shots at Tekken 8, not me. Show why you think it's bad. At least then we
I
can start
bet
talking about the game.
even that roast was from ChatGPT, bro.
I did that in so many videos, but that's not the point. I did that in so many videos, but it's not the point.
And both sides of the coin.
We saw your side of the coin. It's literally empty. There is dog shit on your side of the coin.
And so I guess I'll end it there. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Carpe diem.
Carpe diem, bro. Now, guys, what you noticed maybe is... Wait a minute. The dirt he asked about, right? Now, he accused me of going into the Discord and asking about personal dirt, right? Now, did any one of you pause in that moment and ask him or herself or yourself, wait a minute, why are you not just showing what Finn did on the Discord? You accuse him of something here. Did any one of you had that question? Why is Jason not showing that? Why is Jason not showing that? I've been watching Finn for 30 years. I know he's the great dragon. Holy fuck. I need a presentation background. How about this? This works, right? Okay, it's not over yet. Because I am not a dishonest cunt. I am not a dishonest cunt. So now, to the dirt that I asked about him, right? Because that sounded pretty serious, right? That's a pretty fucking serious allegation. This is me coming into the Discord. Hey, is there anyone around here that is very old school and has played Tekken in the times of Tag 1 to Tekken 5 competitively? Blah blah blah, as far as old school. And then, this is the first appearance of Fat Dylan. Let's call him Fat Dylan from now on. So Fat Dylan says, and Montoya. Oh, and Montoya, yeah. I forgot about him. He's not just a Twitter account. That's his own Discord, by the way, right? Now, I ask again. So, I heard he got trained by the absolute best and won a shit ton of tournaments. That true? I ask again. Yeah, so you guys would not know what countless tournaments he has won, because I thought if someone does that, people from back then would know. Pretty big deal, right? Z-Rock? If he won a ton of tournaments, they were probably pretty small, chill locals. Okay. Now here we have Fat Dylan again. Are you like this worked up over Twitter? Lol. No, I'm this worked up if people lie about shit. But Fat Dylan being an idiot, it's nothing new, you will see. Well, Dylan, do you know? Remy, I'm like kind of interested in this now. Before I was like, oh, that's just Montoya, he's just yapping. That's his own Discord, by the way. But it's like, oh wow, people are actually interested in this stuff. No, Zedrock. Look, if you're gonna try and get our scene to oust the guy, at least post a screenshot of what you're tight over. I'm like, it's already a bit weird, right? I'm just asking about his tournament resume. What does that have to do with your scene? I'm asking about a specific guy. Now, I could have phrased this differently. This comes off a little bit standoffish. I will give that to Zedrock. But again, I have nothing against your scene. I will also not show anything that has nothing to do with this. I'm asking about this guy because I don't want to just say things. I come in good faith, so I want to make sure who this guy is. But he says, obviously it concerns the scene because you came here to ask us. Weird snapback. So I agree. I should have phrased this differently. Twitter is Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, Clamshake, so I don't engage with this. Zedrock, I'm only interested in this man's tournament resume. Now, Fat Dylan being dumb again. Remy, are you doubting my schmovements? I would never doubt Remy's schmovements, by the way. This is the part where he posts on Twitter his own scene refused to answer me. Now, I couldn't care less about whatever, but Fat Dylan being dumb as usual. Now, look, I'm just trying to verify something here because me and Jason have a date and I would like to know if I talk to a famous, highly skilled player or a bum. I could have known that I speak to a fucking bum. I don't know what, with the pride, I don't know what this means, but Clamshakes. I mean, is he a good player? Clamshakes, he knows the game. He talks about Montoya here. This was before the
my camera.
mic, so yeah, Clamshakes, what do you say now?
Again?
What do you say now he knows the game? I hope your avatar is not a mirror into your soul. Fat Dylan being dumb again. Look, can you simply tell me if you know about any tournaments
done it a few times
That's
today.
all I'm trying to ask. I know of tournaments he won. Now you can peace out. I'm like, oh, Modern Dylan. So you are his friend. Okay, what tournaments? Because once again, Jason Montoya uses very big words. He was a national caliber player in 3 different Tekken titles. And has won big shit. Now, Fat Dylan being dumb again. My dude, you are the most obvious ESL drama farmer loser who is here to beg for info on people we know personally because you are obsessed over some social media beef about the video game. Fat Dylan, I am just obsessed about the possibility of someone lying to my face. Okay? Because he puts legends in his mouth like Tom Hilfiger and shit, right? But Fat Dylan being stupid again. Now, Fat Dylan, to me, please eat my whole asshole and dick. Mario, please come down in the chat. At Modern Dylan, okay? You can talk to me in voice chat. Like, get to know me a little bit. So again, I want to follow up on that offer, right? I want to follow up on that offer to eat his whole asshole and dick, and if he wants to talk to me. Then he banned me. He just banned me, and Zedrock, under the impression he left over that reply. No, he banned me. Yeah, but nothing reasonable, blah. New kid can't handle the bans. Remember this. Guys, remember, new kid can't handle the bans. Right? Remember. And now Sorcerer's Winder comes in. So bro thinks videos about the main man will make him views. Winder, this goes to Sorcerer's Winder. Sorcerer's Winder, you should watch the videos instead of just reading the fucking title. I know you're American, it's probably pretty hard for you. But just try to, to watch it and understand it, right? Because the videos is not about main man. It's not about main man. It's about the game and execution. So, just try to watch it. This will become a problem again with Winder, you will notice. Winder. This is after my video. This is after the video.
Well, I must say though, Finn has like a lot of... what do you even call this? Like the fact that he can make a video out of all of this is astonishing to me. You know what I mean? This whole thing that he goes into the Discord, the screenshots, and so much work. I could never be asked to do this shit.
Seems like a sane and normal dude. This is where I answered Immortal Soul. Respectfully, Jaden, I think Jason Montoya knows more about movement in Tekken. ChatGPT told me that he cooked you on Twitter. I removed it from the title. I will never remove the comment. I'm willing to put $100 on it because this guy is literally a liar. He literally lied about me. And even though he's a clown across the Atlantic, the dragon will never forget over my rotten fucking corpse. Now, Winder. Winder didn't understand the joke. Isn't it funny that Winder... Do you guys read what Winder says there? Winder is in the Jason Discord. In the New Mexico whatever Discord. Guys, Can you pay attention to what Winder writes here? Also, I love when people go ChatGPT told me. Winder thought I didn't say this as a joke because Winder didn't watch the videos. Winder only reads titles. Yes, exactly. Winder didn't catch the irony, Super Badra. Winder didn't understand. We are not done yet. In a short while. Now I sent a messenger. You guys see this? I want to send a message to the Discord after the video, the 1 hour video. So I go to Newsfast or Breakfast on YouTube. He's a very good player. He's actually good. I saw one game from him, tournament set, and was like, this guy can't possibly a Jason cocksucker. He has to be cool. Wait, lol, this guy is funny. Sending some more pics in a minute. So I contact this guy and I sent a message. Can I make this bigger? I will read it out. I will write it down as if I were... Sorry. I can barely read it. I will write it down as if I were to speak to them. Fuck, sorry. You could take a screenshot and tag them or some shit. I cannot do it myself because the
Bro, you know, aside from this interesting information I found out, you know the husband from the daughter of Trump, right? Ivanka, I think her name is. She is married to Jared Kushner. You know Jared Kushner, right? Bro, that guy has built a building where from the outside, from the left and from the right and from the front, it says 666. Bro, that's so much, bro. They call it the apartment of the beast or some shit. I need to show you this.
Goblin Master, that is, the Goblin Master is obviously Fat Dylan. Fat Dylan has banned me because I asked about a question about the Cuck Lord Montoya. He banned the dragon without warning or reason because he fears me. Is that acceptable, Lord Breakfast? Lol. Yeah, why not? Okay, I will type my message. At Dylan, the Goblin Master. Face the dragon, you coward told me to... And I quote, eat your whole... Eat, says my ass, right? Eat my whole ass. The dragon does not engage in these frivolous acts, but I am kind enough to grant you an audience with the dragon. I also can provide your fat ass with a training plan so you can look as nice as I. Check my YouTube profile picture. I guess this is why you wanted me to eat your whole ass, which is understandable. Okay, now, that message reached Fat Dylan. Why do I call him Fat Dylan, by the way? Someone sent me pictures and he's fat. But that message reached Fat Dylan. Remember when the guy said I can't hold the bands? Remember when the guy said I can't hold the banter? I ain't reading all that, but I just reported that dude. When he DM'd me, I didn't DM him because I didn't share a server. I wanted to DM him and I said hello. That's all I said. I ain't reading all that, but I just reported that dude when he DM'd me, as well as his psycho YouTube and comments. Mentally ill Europor? Wait, fat? Come on, bro. So you might think, I mean, he probably thinks he isn't fat, but that's because he's American, right? Americans have a different standard for fat. So in America, he might be skinny, but Fat Dylan, it really got to him. This was like a few minutes later. True. But also, why fat? So he wants to report me and is very insulted that I called him fat. Can the new fat guy not take the bans, huh? You bitch, Fat Dylan? And Fat Dylan, because I am honest, if you contact me on my show, come on this clown show and I can eat your ass the whole day. Alright? The whole day. Because I'm not a dishonest cunt like your friend Jason.
Pause. Finn. You can eat his ass the whole day?
Which ass you probably ate a shit ton of times, no? Fucking cunt. Now, I also want to make it really clear that in case he thinks I am mentally ill, I make it really fucking clear because I warned Jason. And if you don't know, if you think I'm lying about this, Jason could have known. Jason
I
could
know,
have
I
known.
don't take
now,
it
what do I
literally.
mean by this? This was a video where someone was really stupid. Now, imagine the guy who comes in the next scene is Jason Montoya.
Picture you upon my knee.
That is Jason.
For 2 and 2 for tea. Just me for you and you for me alone.
And would you like a cup of tea too, mate?
The tea is me, right? Only the best content for you
Nothing close to
motherfuckers.
an impressive set of guns you have there. You must be handy in a brawl. Bam, bam. Knockout. Ding, ding.
And that's my reaction. What's wrong with this cunt? Fuck out of my mentally ill prison.
Very nice. La, da, da, dee, da.
I swear Finn has autism. I swear he has autism.
Or, so that is how you have to imagine it, right? I mean, now, strike number 2. Tell me, guys, did I not warn him? Gets blocked. Then then it wasn't with punished, bro. Guys, you are following me, right? I'm not insane, right? You are following me on this, right? Tell me at any point in the comments if I'm insane. If I'm like, I am insane. You okay, bro? God bless you, bro. Jesus saves. Weird guy, man. Am I fucking insane? It's all your fault. No?
No, I feel like I have a schizophrenic episode when I watch his fucking videos, bro.
Go on, how'd you going? I've always fancied myself as a bit of a comedian.
Did I not warn him?
That would be
Yo,
misrepresenting
Adonis.
myself, and I think enough of that has been done already. Don't you?
Is this stupid or not? Or where's strike 3? This was strike 3? This was unrelated. And now keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Did I not warn him? Did I not warn him? Keep it in mind. Cut. I am from the future, but I decided that my mental health needs to do this in 2 parts. Or maybe even 3. Who knows, man? Who knows? But point is, I'm getting insane, obviously, and I don't want that. But let it be known, from this point onwards, I will come after everyone. I will go back in time. I will find...
Bro, I am lost. What is the video about? Bro, what the hell? I think I'm out. Like, really. This is getting too... My head is hurting. What the fuck is this, bro? Finn is off his meds. He needs to take some Adderall or something to get his thoughts clear again. Anyways, that was it for the reaction of the Finn video. I can't really follow his train of thought anymore. Yeah. Anyways, shall we keep it Tekken, or do you want to go into conspiracy straight away? Because I have prepared a little bit something for you. You tell me. What do you want to do? There's some new informations about the Charlie Kirk stuff also, again. Expose the Jews. Bro, they expose themselves. No one needs to do anything anymore. But we can talk about it. Okay. Let me show you. So this is quite interesting also, I must say. Let me go through it real quick. Now this is a good time when my stream crashes again for no reason. Alright. So NSA detected 12 Israeli cell phones at Kirk's assassination. So for some reason 12 Israelis at that assassination just dropped their phones there. For what reason, bro? Like, the probability for this to be the case is also so low. Can you imagine that? Why would it be 12 cell phones? 12. It's not like one phone or two phones, but it's 12 phones, and all of the 12 phones are from Israelis. Isn't that suspicious? What do you say about this? The number 12? I need to look it up, to be fair. I don't know. Let me see. Perfect governmental authority. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's what the 12 stands for. What the fuck? I swear. Yeah. Yeah, 12 represents completeness, foundation, and perfect governmental authority. That's notably through the 12 tribes of Israel. Numerology is interesting. Yeah, and then I found out, like, so the husband of Ivanka Trump is Jewish, right? And he bought like a building on 666th Fifth Avenue. 666th Fifth Avenue. For 500 million. Yeah, building retail acquisition 525 million. Financial Kushner's financial troubles with 666 Fifth Avenue. Kushner 1.2 billion loan on 666 Fifth Avenue is transferred to special services to try to restructure the debt after Kushner's reported difficulties in paying the loan. The building is appraised at 820 million, less than half of what Kushner paid for in 2007 and less than the debt they owe to the banks. Let's see what is the newest scripts. Blocking Qatar. What does Qatar have to do with 666 Fifth Avenue? I don't know, man. This is so weird. This is the building, by the way. Wait. See if I can. Ah, there it is.
De Donald Trump. De hecho,
Yeah, it can't be any more obvious than that, can it? Why would you have such an interest on this building and then name it also 666? What is this? This is the building the husband of, the Jewish husband of Ivanka Trump bought for like, I think 1 billion or something we just saw. And it's called 666 Fifth Avenue. Like, it's on the 666 Fifth Avenue, and this is just the style that they went for. Holy shit. I mean, this is just a tip of the iceberg. I just found it interesting when I found out about it. I was like, why does no one talk about the fact that the husband of the daughter of Trump, who is also Jewish, has a building on 666th Fifth Avenue and has 666 on top of it, like when you enter. That's like maybe interesting nowadays. I don't know. Or maybe I am schizo. Who knows? When I watch your streams on Twitch, I was torn between believing and not believing, but more and more I find it less conspiracy theory vibe. It feels so real. It is real. It is real. Don't want to know what happens inside that building. Bro, I have no idea, bro. Why would you have this? 666th Fifth Avenue, bro. This is so weird. And this is the guy, by the way, that has this building, yeah? So maybe you don't know Jared Kushner or never saw him. This is him. So the guy next to Netanyahu, who is basically Satan on earth at the moment, at the same time has a building which he bought for 1 billion, which is 666.
Is a Zionist tool. He is an instrument of the deep state, and he is sexually and financially compromised, according to MI6 and some CIA sources.
Okay, when according to these people, someone is sexually compromised, that means children, by the way.
Sexually and financially compromised, according to MI6 and some CIA sources, not official. He is owned by Zionist sugar daddies. First you buy a newspaper, then you marry the... Owned by Zionist sugar daddies. First
you see this Embassy, United States of America, Jerusalem, Israel, right? This one, they use that for all the embassies around the world. But if you pay close attention, these little stars here are also aligned exactly in the form of the Star of David. So they make little stars make up the bigger star. You know, when Jason Montoya says the holistic view, in the micro perspective, these are little stars. But when you see the bigger picture, it is the star itself.
you buy a newspaper, then you marry the daughter, then you buy a building, then
Yeah, that is the building, the 666 building that we just saw.
you get the dad, then you take his power. This is actually on Bloomberg as how Jared Kushner is going to execute patricide. What people don't understand is that Ivanka Trump was profiled by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, both of them Mossad agents. Ghislaine Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell, who is the most famous Zionist spy in the United States of America. So my bottom line on Jared Kushner is that he is known to be an agent of a foreign power. He is known to be an Israeli firster. He is known to have executed some very bad business deals.
Here, this one is also very important. This is their prayer.
Firster. He is known to have
Look how this guy is praying. Look at the movement.
executed some very bad business deals.
So apparently, this prayer is a sexual intercourse between the female embodiment of God and then selves. Like this, like thrusting. It doesn't look coincidentally like they have sex. They spiritually have sex. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird, but this is really the way they pray is by thrusting the hips forward and backwards, and they have like spiritually sex kind of.
And he is known to have been bailed out on his 666 Mark of the Beast building by Qatar. Okay.
That's what I don't get though. I read Qatar there before also. What does Qatar have to do with this? He has been bailed out. Okay, so he bought this building for 1 billion and then he couldn't pay the loans and then he got bailed out by Qatar. Why does Qatar bail out a Jewish guy called Jared Kushner on buying the 666 Fifth Avenue Mark of the Beast building? Can someone explain that to me? Like,
bailed out on his 666 Mark of the Beast building by Qatar. Okay? So he's compromised in every possible way.
that makes no sense. Because they are in on it. Well, it makes sense if they are in on it because let's look back 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the Hamas leaders were attacked by jets in Qatar that flew from Israel through Saudi Arabia airspace over Qatar and attacked them. Okay, the building is destroyed, they all died. Then people said, how is it possible that Israel can just fly with jets over the Saudi Arabian airspace and Qatar and just do this without them intercepting? That doesn't make any sense, does it? So it's like GTA. And then they say, oh my god, this is such a violation of international order and security. We're gonna have a summit and talk about it. They have a summit, talk about it, and then they do nothing. So therefore, I must have the suspicion that they are in on it. And they have somehow are part of this bigger fucking picture, you know, this bigger conspiracy behind the scenes. And it makes sense because I can show you pictures with Mohammed bin Salman and Jeffrey Epstein where they are like hugging each other and where Mohammed bin Salman is laughing without this all this fancy gear that he wears in Saudi Arabia. And I swear to God, bro, he looks like a Jew. I swear to God. Okay, we do it differently. I show you and you tell me if you think he looks Jewish or not. Okay, I have the pictures. So this is Ahmed bin Sulaiman of Dubai with Epstein. And this is MBS with Epstein. Just look at MBS, bro. Without that, like, shamar and stuff, he looks like a Jewish dude. What do you think? Here, these like Saudi crown prince visited pedophile Epstein very often. And Epstein also had like a passport. Jeffrey Epstein used foreign passport with fake name to enter Saudi Arabia. And then when they looked this up, he said himself that he got his passport from a prince. Zoom in, okay. Let me see if there's this. This is where this is from, apparently. Okay. This is the original picture. I'm just looking. Maybe we see fucking the king of Qatar also, coincidentally. Would it be surprised? Isn't that the king of Algeria? That guy here? Or am I mistaken? That's obviously Trump. He introduced Ivanka, like Epstein introduced Ivanka to Trump, so Trump fucked Ivanka for the first time in Epstein's plane. That's no joke. This guy here looks very familiar, bro. Wait a second. I really need to know who that is. That's not some random person. Doesn't he look like that anti-Semitic meme where it laughs and it does like that smiling face? Also very interesting, just so you know, in Saudi Arabia, when you touch Mohammed bin Salman, you go to jail. Okay, there is like this rule that no one is allowed to touch the prince. But, well, Epstein, the pedophile, can fucking do this like they are best buddies. Do you understand the power dynamic there? You can Google that. You cannot touch this guy, like, in that country. Impossible. Not even, like, people in the high up in the government, nothing. No one is allowed to touch it. What the fuck? Well, that's Bush Senior, Mohammed bin Salman. Bro, guys, you can tell me what you want. That guy is so Jewish, bro. That guy is so Jewish. Fuck that. I ain't believe in none of this fucking shit. Muslim and this and that. I don't believe that. Are you crazy? But those two are buddies, I guess. That's nasty. Isn't guy on the right Soros? I don't think this is George Soros. I think he looks a bit different. Still no answer from Grok. Unfortunately.
Epstein when he was in jail. Can you describe what conditions he was kept under?
Well, firstly, it wasn't a jail. He was actually spending the night in his bed in the local police station. He was allowed out during the day to his office.
Epstein was free to continue to conduct business as usual, and our source says he witnessed an intriguing phone call.
While I was there, he received a call and said, "Hello, Petey." And he chatted away, and Petey wanted to meet Jamie Dimon, who was then the chairman of JP Morgan. And by the time he said, "Yes, I'll sort it out," put the phone down, and Petey turned out to be none other than the Secretary of the Board of Trade, Peter Mandelson. I was astonished that a British cabinet minister at that time, probably the most powerful man other than the Prime Minister, was calling Jeffrey in jail to make an appointment or to seek an appointment with a very powerful banker in New York.
In 2005, Peter Mandelson had been snapped casually shopping with Epstein in the US Virgin Islands.
What the fuck?
But I think it demonstrated that as far as
It's like, what do you want me to buy you, son?
Jeffrey was concerned, life was carrying on as if nothing had happened.
And the phone call worked?
Yeah, no, it was sorted out.
Did you get a sense from him how well he knew Peter Mandelson?
Well, clearly you don't call Peter Mandelson Petey if you're not a close friend.
In a statement for this programme, lawyers for Lord Mandelson said,
"Our client has no recollection of a telephone conversation with Mr. Epstein in January 2009, in which he allegedly requested that Mr. Epstein set up a meeting with Jamie Dimon, chairman and CEO of JP Morgan. Our client would have no need whatsoever to make such a request. As business secretary, he met or talked on the phone to bank CEOs on a regular basis, including Mr. Dimon. These contacts were all arranged through his government office."
Interesting. Really interesting. Virgin Islands. Yeah, the reason why it's called Virgin Island is because children are virgins. Oh, that's so dirty, bro. So dirty. So satanic. Based on the image, the man in the middle with the bald head in the Freeman photo resembles Raúl Castro, Fidel Castro's brother. Okay. What the fuck is that? Ever notice how dogs are only born male and female and cutting their balls off doesn't make it a female? He posted that. Stop arguing with biology. Well, that's weird that such a person needs to tell us this, but whatever. My cam died. Okay, wait. Who is this even? No idea. Who the fuck is that? Judeo-Christian values. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Let's watch. Let's see. Shit. Okay, now I get this is enough. Fuck. Do you wanna? So there's a dude that predicted 9/11 before it happened, and it was the brother, I think. Was it the brother? I'm not sure. Of what is his name again? Bill something, man. He's dead now. Do you know which Bill I'm talking about? That fucking extreme, that dude that was early on with the conspiracies back then. Downloading Dying Light right now. Oh, I already played it. Is Dying Light out already? Dying Light the Beast is out. Oh, really? Damn. I want to play that. You made me a bit jealous. Out today. Damn. Okay, I'm a bit jealous, but it's okay. Enjoy. Got good reviews, runs well. Sick. Is the Puppet game out you mentioned earlier? Yeah, Puppet combo game is out also. It's out also. Good shit, man. Okay, I am gonna try to find this. Let me see if I can find it. Any interest in 2XKO? I'm gonna play it in the weekend. So basically tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we're gonna play it. I have a code. But I heard the game is good. Man, I'm tired. What the fuck? But that's good. I'm gonna sleep well. Ah, Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper. Man, how could I forget? Bill Cooper. I want to just see how he could predict 9/11 before it happens, because like predicting something before it happens is kind of rough. Like with 9/11 it was hard to do that. Now I get it when people can do this, but back then, like, how could he predict all of this shit? Later on saying, yeah, it was Israel or whatever, then okay, I can get behind that. That is like high IQ, okay, congratulations. But predicting it is something else. So.
Seeing on CNN today, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? Supposedly, a CNN reporter found Osama bin Laden, took a television camera crew with him, went into Osama bin Laden's hideout, interviewed him and his top leadership, his top lieutenants and colonels and generals.
How could I be so retarded to not ever question that myself? He's right. CNN sent reporters to Osama bin Laden's hideout to interview him. How is that even possible? Why would he do that? Question mark. Like, why would he do that with CNN? Am I retarded? I might also be a fucking goy, bro. After all, man. I'm so dumb. How could I never just question that? That's so obvious. Fuck.
Generals in their hideout. This is a CNN reporter with a camera crew. And he came out and told everybody, within 3 weeks, Osama bin Laden is going to attack the United States and Israel. Now, don't you think that's kind of strange, folks? You see, because the largest intelligence apparatus in the world, with the biggest budget in the history of the world, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years, and can't find him. A reporter from CNN and his little camera crew got in to Osama bin Laden's secret hideout and conducted an interview. If you don't believe me,
bro, you know, in retro perspective, it makes me realize how stupid we humans actually are. They can't tell us anything, we believe it. And even if then later on people will try to explain to them how this cannot be possible, they will then still say you are the idiot. Like, fuck me, man, we are dumb as shit. Like, they have a point, you know, if any Jewish person sees this, you are right, we are human animals. Just fuck us up, bro, fuck it. Like, we deserve it at this point. What shall I say? We deserve it at this point, man. Fuck, man. Don't we deserve it? If you are so dumb, yeah, I guess you deserve it. We kinda do, but we also don't, most of us don't. Yeah, only to our defense, 15, 20 years ago, we thought that the world is a cool place and that our leaders are not satanic pedophiles that kill children and drink their blood. We thought this is only in movies. We also didn't think that Jewish people might be a little bit different than other religions. We thought they are just, instead of saying maybe Salam Alaikum or Jesus is King, they say Shabbat Shalom. You know, we thought that was the maximum difference. Well, maybe not.
Tune into CNN, they're probably running it right now as I'm speaking. And if you believe it, you are one of the stupidest jerks that ever lived on the face of this earth.
I swear he's talking to us. I'm so sorry, Bill, man. We are retarded, bro. We are bettering ourselves.
And whatever is going to happen that they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, don't you even believe it.
This interview here is before 9/11 happens, by the way, yeah, just so you understand. This is before 9/11. That's why he says whatever they do with bin Laden, don't you ever believe it. He's not saying they attacked the Twin Towers because he doesn't know yet. So he didn't predict the attack specifically on the Twin Towers from what I gather so far.
When in hell are all you people going to wake up?
He is Osama bin Laden, and Impact's Peter Arnett takes us into his hideaway and into his mind with this first ever television interview.
Our quest to meet bin Laden begins in Peshawar, Pakistan, and then across the Khyber Pass to Jalalabad, Afghanistan, where we wait for several days. Finally, bin Laden's media advisor arrives. We are allowed to take our lights and sound equipment, but not our camera.
Bin Laden's media advisor? Why would he had his own media advisor? Okay.
There have been assassination attempts against bin Laden, and his security force worries our camera might contain a tracking device that would give away his location. The interview will be conducted with their camera. As best as we can reconstruct it, this is the route that we took to meet bin Laden.
Basically,
we are
just
put in a
trust
minivan
me,
with
bro.
curtained windows and drive west.
Just trust me, bro.
As night falls, we move to a four-wheel drive vehicle that makes its way up a rough mountain path, past checkpoints manned by heavily armed men.
Here you can also see the CNN logo, by the way.
We are searched and electronically scanned to ensure that we're not carrying a tracking device.
What a fucking
About
pile of
5,000
dog
feet
shit.
up is a small hut. We are allowed about an hour and a half with bin Laden.
Oh my fucking god, bro. They really showed this to humanity back then and they didn't question this at all. So the United States, the CNN, the fucking MI6, FBI, CIA, Mossad, KGB, all these, they couldn't find bin Laden, but some fucking faggot from CNN, the fucking bastard, I shagged his mom, goes there and he says, yeah, they check me if I have any fucking devices on me, and then I had 1.5 hours with bin Laden. That's why we are Goyim, bro. That's exactly the reason why we are human fucking animals and we deserve whatever happens to us. That's the reason, bro. Fuck.
We have submitted questions in advance. He agrees to answer most of them, but
This
does
is so
not
funny.
allow follow-up
Bro looks like a sweet guy.
questions in advance. He agrees to answer most of them, but
So they wanna tell me that this is the mastermind behind everything, and
but does not allow follow-up questions.
Mr. Bin Laden, you have
bro, he looks like that guy in Syria, Giuliani. You know Giuliani, right? Bro, he looks exactly like him. Don't you think?
declared a jihad against the United States. Can you tell us why?
The US government has committed acts that are extremely unjust, hideous, and criminal through its support of the Israeli occupation of Palestine. And we believe the US is directly responsible for those killed in Palestine, Lebanon, and Iraq.
Since when did anyone ever care of these motherfucking terrorist organizations about Palestine? Serious question. Because, bro, just this is what I want to point out. Because when the 9/11 attacks happened, they found these dancing Israelis. They asked them, what are you doing here? They said, we are Israeli. We are not your enemies. The Palestinians, they are your enemies. During 9/11, bro, in 2001. Okay, this guy sits there, says this is about the Palestinians. Now fast forward 10 years, in 2010 no one attacked Israel, 2015 no one attacked, 2008 no one attacked, 2020 no one attacked, 2019, no, 2016, 2007, 2005, 2004, and still all these organizations, these terror organizations, they existed. Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS, but for some reason they always just attack some random Christians. Have you ever noticed that like not even Isaac Newton with the help of Nikola Tesla together they cannot write me an equation which makes it understandable why everyone gets attacked by but the number one enemy which they all claim that is Israel. Everyone in the Islamic world agrees since forever that Israel is the number one enemy. Yeah, that's like the big devil on the world stage. But for some reason, none of them attack. You gotta think, why is that? That means that these organizations, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, are fake. They are not Muslim. They are just people that pose, you know, and pretend like they are what they say they are, but they are not what they say they are.
Due to its subordination to the Jews, the arrogance of the United States regime has reached the point that they occupied Arabia, the holiest place of the Muslims, who are more than 1 billion people in the world today. For this and other acts of aggression and injustice, we have declared jihad against the US.
Is the jihad directed against the US government or United States troops in Arabia? What about US civilians in Arabia or the people of the United States?
For example, another thing, yeah, where you know this is just a staged fucking situation. So they say they go into Osama bin Laden's hideout and they get checked if they have any devices on them and tracking devices and stuff. So what is the purpose for that AK-47 next to him? Isn't that whole place his hideout? Aren't there armed people all around him? Why do they need to exactly place an AK-47 next to him so that it is in the camera? Unless it is for propaganda. There's no other reason. He can also just sit there normally and just talk. It's just for show. So you can't tell me that the FBI, CIA can't find this fucking bastard, but the guy, the CNN reporter with Norwood's 4 hair loss can sit there and chat a little bit with him, and then no one asks question, yeah, where was this? Like,
US civilians in Arabia or the people of the United States?
We have focused our declaration of jihad on striking at the US soldiers inside Arabia, the country of the 2 holy places, Mecca and Medina. In our religion, it is not permissible for any non-Muslim to stay in Arabia. Therefore, even though American civilians are not targeted in our plan, they must leave. We do not guarantee their safety. The US today...
They surely did not just for no reason. Wait. What is the purpose of this shot now? Do you know? Do you get the fucking vibe, bro? You understand it, bro? Just for like 1 second. And just so you know, it's actually about this gun and these people are terrorists. So okay, keep going, sir.
The US today has set a double standard, calling whoever goes against its injustice a terrorist. It wants to occupy our countries, steal our resources, impose agents on us to rule us, and then wants us to agree to all this. If we refuse to do so, it says we are terrorists.
Mr. bin Laden, if you had an opportunity to give a message to President Clinton, what would that message be?
Mentioning the name of Clinton provokes disgust and revulsion. The president has a heart that knows no words. A heart that kills hundreds of children definitely knows no words. Our people in Arabia will send him messages without words, because he does not understand words. If there is a message that I may send through you, I address the mothers of the American troops. To these mothers I say, if they are concerned for their sons, then let them object to the US government's policy.
What are your future plans?
You'll see them and hear about them in the media, God willing.
So by now everyone knows this here, the reason why this is on the $1 bill, right? They could also put this on the $20 bill, $50 bill, $100 bill, but they put this on the $1 bill because it symbolizes the one, you know, the first degree, the Freemasonry. Like this is like the Jewish Messiah. This is Novus Ordo Seclorum, New World Order. And when you put the Star of David on this, then you get M-S-A-N, which spells Mason, you know? And yeah. Why would they... bro, I have never seen a clip without the translation. The translation could be just some shit as well. Yeah, but that doesn't matter because there's too many people on the planet that speak Arabic. They ask question in English and he instantly responds in Arabic like some Tekken cuts. Bro, this shit is fucking bullshit theater show, man. Who believes this really... I don't know, what do you think is the IQ of people that are still not behind this and that still believe all of this? I would say around maybe 70 IQ, maybe 70. Like something which is considered still okay, like you can live and stuff, but you are not like particularly smart. I have 138 IQ, but honestly, it's just hard to believe. Yeah, hard to believe is something else. Hard to believe means that you can't get yourself over to accept. You know, this is an acceptance barrier, not an understanding barrier. I'm talking about the people that can't even comprehend this, you know? Wait a second. I didn't know it said 1776. Ah, okay. In 1776, Adam Weishaupt created the Bavarian Illuminati. This is the inception date of the Illuminati, 1776.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind. With few...
The universal aspirations of mankind. In Albert Pike's letter, it says the universal manifestation of Lucifer is the aspiration of the these world revolutionaries, the minority of revolutionaries, yeah, world revolutionaries. So I think this is what he's referring to, like the coming of the Jewish Messiah. These people just all work for Jews, right?
Exceptions. The world now stands as one. A year and a half ago, in Germany, I said that our goal was a Europe whole and free. Tonight, Germany is united. Europe has become whole and free. The world can therefore seize this opportunity to fulfill the long-held promise of a new world order. We can find meaning and
the long-hold promise of a new world order. Already when you say a promise, then you can tell it comes from some sort of ideology.
Reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves. A shining purpose. The illumination of 1,000 points of light.
The illumination. Oh, okay. So what you have to understand is when you take like the European flag. Okay, wait a second. So what do these two flags have in common? So the stars, yeah? Okay. The stars, we can already just tell you it stands for the people behind the scenes. The Star of David. So what else do these two have in common historically? The indigenous people got genocided and exchanged. This is true for Germany and this is also true for America. Because when you think about it, even with America, the only reason why is it called Star of David? Yeah, they pretend as if it has something to do with the biblical figure David, but it has nothing to do with it. It is referred to as the Star of Rampan, and it's rather referring to Satan, kind of. Anyways, let me finish this point here. The people that okay, let's start differently. Who found America? Who is the first person to set foot on America? Cristoforo Colombo. Exactly, so Christopher Columbus, as they say in school. When he came to America, he was fleeing the Jewish expulsion in Spain. So Cristoforo Colombo was Jewish. He wrote in his diary in Hebrew. That's not something that average human beings, they don't know Hebrew. You got to have some sort of affiliation to Judaism to know Hebrew. Especially because only 0.2% of the world population use that. So then when they arrived, they have reportedly, and this is known fact, but they blame it on the whites, the white people, have genocided the indigenous people of America. Now, Israel also has this star. What does Israel with the star have in common? So there is only one star. Israel has in common with these that they also went into Israel and genocided the population there. So you have like 3 big outlets where they do this like scheme, you know. They go into a place where people are already there and then they replace the people that are indigenous to that land.
A shining purpose. The illumination of 1,000 points of light.
Yeah, and here you can see again the Star of David very conveniently, right? So no one can also tell me that this alignment of the stars is by coincidence. So they use the stars that they use on the other flags to make the Star of David. This is the organization that Bush's family gets part of, like the Freemasons. They have initiation groups, okay? So this is for university, the Skull and Bones, they were in the universities. And specific families would send their children there, and from these families also the Bush family, and they, like, this was just normal for them to have like bones, like literal bones, heads and skulls around the rituals that they would do. My issue always remains, why make it so obvious? Stupidity, or do they want to be found out? Both. I can give you multiple explanations. I can give you a psychological one. I can also give you a religious one. So the religious one is that the Jews, they believe in something called karmic retribution. They say that since they are the shepherds and we are the sheep, they need to give the sheep a chance to know what the shepherds do. And when the sheep can realize what the shepherds do and still allow them to do it, then they deserve what happens to them. So this is integral part of their religion, to show you what they want to do. Another one is why they now increasingly show what they do, because it obviously they were a little bit more hidden before, and they would still lay out these hints, you know, like a killer. Why do some killers write something, or a letter, or like a signature, or like slight hints towards who it could be? It is a psychological phenomenon. And as time goes on, the thrill of that becomes less. So for example, let's say I am fucking up, like, let's say you and me, we are now a group of psychopaths, okay? And we are looking into a house through magnifying glasses. No, it's called like the glasses that you look through when you wanna scope. And we see there, for example, 6 people in a house, okay? And we plan how these people will die one after another. So we lay out traps, we go there when they are not there, we go outside, we watch them from outside while they are in the house, while one dies after another, after another, after another, and then there's only one last guy left. Binoculars, yeah. And when that last guy is left, right before he dies, and he knows us because we always act very friendly towards him, we go there, and right before he dies, we say, you know what? We were this all this time. And then we smile like a psychopath. Because this exposing yourself and getting recognition for what you have done is something in psychology that they need. You know? It's a very fucked up scenario, but they want this to become public knowledge. They want to expose it because they are thinking in their psychotic mind that the deal is done. You know, there is nothing the goyim or the fucking sheep that we are can do. So they just show us and enjoy our despair. I can even show you a video of Obama hinting that in speech. Wait, I don't know how I have all this shit in my brain, bro. Wait a sec. I found it. Okay, now with this mind game in your mind, what I just said, listen to what he says here and try to make sense out of it.
You just have to flood a country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing that citizens no longer know what to believe. Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth, the game's won.
The game's won. Back in the day, people didn't understand what he means by that. But now, with a fresh pair of eyes, I think you can understand.
Social engineering.
You have now Sharingan, bro. Before you had like standard, like Naruto, now you have Sharingan.
Something's wrong. Something's absolutely wrong.
Yeah, it is also not a coincidence that they continuously stand like this, like they do this continuously. Even when they stand normal, the fingers are often like that. Or when they have like a suit, they put one arm into the suit like this. You know, this is a symbolism just for them, you know. They do that.
9/11? Inside job. Plain.
Just look at, this is not photoshopped or anything. He does that on purpose. Who stands like this with his hands? Naturally, no one. But because people, or because let's say Satan made it so that the people don't believe he exists, these things have no meaning. Because if you don't believe what this stands for, then it doesn't matter if he does it. So he can do it in your face.
It's simple. All you got to do is connect the dots.
It is time for us all to dig deeper, because this could be an inside job.
I do believe that it defies physics for the World Trade Center Tower 7, Building 7, which collapsed in on itself. It is impossible for a building to fall the way it fell without explosives being involved.
Yeah, I know Prince Charles is also a pedophile.
Are you kidding me?
So, and now the symbolism for 9/11, the most important one that no one ever mentions or talks about, or like I mentioned it here before a few times, but depending on if the people know in this chat now, I might say it again. So the tower was like, imagine there's like two towers, right? 9/11. And in the middle of the tower, there is a little sphere, you know? And this sphere is called Fountain Sphere. And the Fountain Sphere still exists. It didn't get destroyed in the attacks. It is coming from Babylon. You know, they had this statue there. And it symbolizes the rotation of the people that pilgrimage around the Kaaba in Mecca. So when they attack these buildings in 9/11, which is written in the Zohar, in the Jewish eschatology, they basically declare war on Islam. You can imagine it like this. I could show you also the sphere and everything. So and the number 911, why it is so important, and why when you ring in America you call 911. You don't call 811, you don't call 711, you don't call 513, you call 911. It's because in an emergency you call 911. And this is the grand emergency. So 911 has that symbolism. 9 plus 1 plus 1 is 11. 11 means for them skipping God or one step above God. 10 is the number of God. And, well, 911 is 11. Yes, exactly. It's really fucked up. Really, really fucked up. I show you this fountain sphere real quick one more time. Man, I hate this. I love that you talk about it, but I want to believe in the good in humans. Well, the good in humans exist. We are just talking about a world minority that is not even 1%. They are not even 1%, bro. They don't represent humanity. Big influence, I guess. Yeah, okay, they have big influence, but you shouldn't be like when you say I want to believe in the good, then that means you think everyone is bad. And that's why I said these people are not representing humanity. There is many good people, bro. Definitely many more than you think. Wait a second. I'm searching. Okay, I have it. This video is a bit older, so therefore it will be a little bit pixelated. But it gets the job done. So several theories point to the conclusion that 9/11 was actually a mega ritual. So not only is 9/11 a false flag attack done by the Jews, which is a ritual in the Zohar written down there, but it is a ritual. That's very important, that it is a ritual. It's not just a false flag attack. Because in a ritual, the geometry needs to be the correct one, the numbers need to be the correct one, the time needs to be the correct one, the day needs to be the correct one. They can't just choose anything because they have a specific theology behind these things.
As Ralph Ellis explains, the first-degree tracing board is a representation of Solomon's temple.
So these pillars that they brought down completely from the top to the bottom represent also one of the pillars in Solomon's temple, because in history their temple got destroyed. So on the first time it got destroyed, the second time they rejected Jesus, and then it got destroyed again. So this white and black ground here symbolizes dark and light, or yin and yang, or light and shadow. So basically that in order for one thing to exist, the other thing need to exist too. So they believe that even though they fulfill the dark side, without them this can't be. So they need to exist. And I found also evidence for that in the Quran. It said, when there is no sinners on earth and there is no one doing any bad things anymore, there is no test. And therefore God would end the world instant. So I get kind of what they mean by that, I guess.
Solomon's
It's interesting.
temple being modeled after Giza, this is also a representation of the Giza plateau. The 3 pillars being the 3 greater pyramids of Giza, and the 2 cubes being the plugs or the doors of the pyramid, and I would further speculate a symbol of the double square of the King's Chamber floor plan. Inside every Masonic...
So this is the G, and this symbol here, I think you have seen before also. You know the Sharingan. I know it sounds a bit weird, but he took this from that. This is literally the symbol from the Sharingan comes from this.
Lodge, you're likely...
And that's why the people with the Sharingan, when they awaken it, they can see the scripture. You know, when they go into that temple, and then they can read about the history of humankind. Remember? When you saw Naruto, you will know what I mean. And then the infinite Tsukuyomi puts all the humans under like a infinite Mangekyo Sharingan, where you are kind of sleeping, but you think you are awake.
To find the 2 pillars of Solomon's temple and the 5-pointed or blazing star. It seems highly unlikely to my mind that it is a mere coincidence.
How many tailed beasts exist?
That these are the same elements we see at play in the 9/11 event. My current
It was altered by Tsetsu, and that's the point. And that's the point. It got altered by Tsetsu. Why did it get altered by Tsetsu? This is also altered by Shaitan or Satan, Tsetsu, because Judaism was not satanic, but when they changed the scripture and turned it into this Talmudic Judaism, it became satanic. This is satanic now, so Tsetsu, but before it wasn't. This is very important. That's why it refers to where Tsetsu rewrites the story so he can get his version or his outcome. To awaken Kaguya, this like monster, the rabbit, right? What is it saying in the for the conspiracy people? Follow the white rabbit. What is the symbol of Kaguya? She is a white rabbit.
Happened on that day as a mega ritual. When the symbolic pillars came down on 9/11, the holiest of holies was revealed. Isis was unveiled. If we think of the towers as the pillars of Hercules, then what was revealed was the new Atlantis. We find another related and valid symbol system in the Kabbalah.
This here is very important to the Jewish people. This is the tree of life.
Here, the World Trade Center represents the left and the right pillar.
The guy the Aichiro Oda, One Piece also know what's going on.
By the space in between.
Instead of having that Uchiha thing, he has the pornoglyphs. Instead of Palestine, he has the people from Ohana. Like, they know the real history and shit.
And representing, amongst other things, cosmic illumination or higher consciousness. The middle pillar can also be viewed as World Trade Center 7. We then have all 3 the pillars on the first degree tracing board, representing Solomon's temple, and in its turn, the 3 major pyramids of Giza, evoked during the 9/11 mega ritual. Which brings us to my current preferred metaphor for higher consciousness, the Stargate.
So here comes now the important part with the fountain sphere.
Which used to stand in between the twin towers.
That is this sphere that was in between the towers, and yeah.
This is called the spherical caryatid. It was made by artist Fritz Koenig and was nicknamed the Sphere. Let's have a quick look at Earth's consensus library entry about this piece and see what we can learn. We see that Koenig made this thing in Bavaria, the same place where the Illuminati was founded. The most interesting fact about the placement of the sphere at the World Trade Center Plaza has to be that architect and designer of the World Trade Center, Minoru Yamasaki, intended the plaza itself to be a representation of the Grand Mosque of Mecca, the sphere in particular taking the place of the Kaaba.
And this is why when you follow this train of thought, okay, they bring down the pillars. In the middle is the sphere fountain that symbolizes the rotation of the people that pilgrimage around the Kaaba. And thus, on that day, was the official day, the Jewish people made a ritual in which they initiate the war on Islam. How did the war on Islam manifest? By saying that these Muslims are terrorists and then invading all the Middle Eastern countries, Iraq, Yemen, blah, 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 Afghanistan, and so on. And now the Middle East is completely fucked. And if this one event would have not happened, the course of humanity would have went into a complete different direction. It was this event that put us where we are right now. This one event. And this is why it is so important to know these little nuances and know, okay, they believe in specific theology. You think we can overcome this? Yeah, but the thing is, it's not only that Satan plans everything, it's like God plans as well. And whenever God wants to take over the plot, he does it. And, well, we are now at the takeover. Like, now is the good time that is about to come, where the people are waking up, and there will be a man. But this is theology. You don't have to believe this. I'm just telling you how far I got. There is a man. He is like the dude from the Matrix, and he has a title, and his title is the Mahdi. And this guy is a standard guy, and he comes and everything, and he sorts this shit out. But he doesn't sort it out by, I don't know how to even explain it. He just explains to the people what's going on. And when that ushers in a time from 7 to 9 years where the world is going to be amazing, like really good.
We should also bear in mind in this regard that the Great Pyramid has the ratio of pi encoded mathematically in its design. The Ben, the obelisk, the pyramid, the circle and the sphere are thus all intimately connected. Ralph Ellis further speculates in Eden in Egypt that the processional rituals of the Muslims during the Hajj are directly descended from the rituals involving the circling of the Great Pyramid of Giza. This is why I believe the sphere was set to rotate every 24 hours at the World Trade Center Plaza. It was mimicking the processional rituals at the Kaaba and at the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Okay, here comes now the numerology of this situation, yeah?
This is something that the magicians use, and what I believe to be a map of the extra dimension. So as you're looking into this map, there are 10 spots on it, and they are called the Sephiroth. And within these Sephiroth, you have your Trinity at the top. So this is the all, the one, looking at itself and creating a reflection. You go up from the bottom up to the top, you have 10 points. 10 being God.
So 10 beasts, right? In Naruto, as we mentioned before, 9, but when they come together, like 10, right? And this like Trinity, what he's mentioning, you have to understand that these rituals go through 3 phases. 1, 2, 3. The 3 phases are the following. A problem is created. So basically the tower is getting attacked. And then the reactions of the people were, oh my god, how bad everything is. And then they will get provided a solution. It's like a Trojan horse type of like mechanism where you open the door for the enemy to change the world towards something that is negative for you, but you accept that negativity because you think it's gonna elevate something which is more negative. For example, another one. Corona is a problem, and in order to mitigate that problem, you need to give away a little bit your freedom and your anonymity. Like, you can't be anonymous, you need to be able to be tracked. Where were you when you got this and that? So you give away your right for freedom when you can't go out at specific times because of Corona. And you give away your safety, security of being anonymous for the safety of being saved of the coronavirus. But that virus wouldn't exist if they wouldn't create it. So they create it in order for you to give up those other things that you wouldn't give up if they wouldn't do the first thing. They create a boogeyman. This is what happened with Charlie Kirk. We have to see how this Charlie Kirk thing plays out. It's not over yet, obviously.
10 being the hermaphroditic symbol, 1 and 0. So as you come up to 10, that is their God. That is 10. That is the hermaphrodite. But if you stop at 9 and you skip to 11, skipping God, then you are a Luciferian. Because 11 is the number of the magician. It's the one step above. Once you have accomplished the...
So, this Luciferian, I need to explain this now. Luciferian, for these people, they don't see God as the good guy. They see God as the bad guy and Satan or Lucifer as the good guy. They say that he like Adam, was born into a prison, which was the Garden of Eden, into the hands of a egoistic God that didn't want Adam to gain the knowledge to become his own God. And then basically Satan told him about this, that when he eats from the fruit, he gains this divine knowledge to become his own God. And therefore, Satan saved us from a prison. So they see this as a political thing. Like, they go with his narrative over God's. That's really fucked up. But this is what they believe. And therefore, even though they believe their God is Satan, they think that he encourages them to become their own God. And that doctrine is called do what thou wilt. Do whatever you want without thinking about the outcome. Because you're your own God. If you don't need to pay like taxes to anyone, you can not give a shit.
The tree of life, you are now the magician. You are one above 10. But they're doing it by skipping God. That's the symbolism of 9/11.
Here we go.
So this, for example, is very important also because the Matrix puts all these infos in there, if you know about it. That's why, for example, this was always the theme 101. For example, this room, this was also Neo's room number, and this symbolizes the Twin Towers. And this round thing in the middle is the fountain sphere. And then someone could say, yeah, but this might be a coincidence. And then I would urge him to look into the passport of Neo. It runs out exactly at 9/11/2001. The passport they show in the movie. Because they blend it in for a second and it shows the expiring date. The expiring date is exactly on September 11, 2001.
And that is the hermaphrodite. Luciferian, the tree of life. You are now the symbol.
So this speech here was given exactly 11 years, like a total solar, like this sun cycle is 11 years, okay? Which what he showed before, you can also Google that and stuff. And he gave this speech about a new world order that is about to emerge because the new world order starts on 9/11/2001. This is where the old worldly order is over and everything changes. He gives this speech exactly 11 years before that. So this is also 9/11.
The big idea, a new world order.
And that's why I try to explain to the people that these playing with the numbers and like focusing on the specific dates and what these numbers mean in Jewish gematria and stuff like that is important. Not because I want to believe in it, but because the people that orchestrate these super mega rituals like 9/11, they believe in it. When you make like a talk or a famous speech 11 years before 2001 9/11 on the same date, on the same day, and the same month, then there is a particular plan behind it. You could do it on any other day. You can do it fucking on 11/11. Why does it need to be exactly 9/11? It's because these fuckers believe in it.
We were supposed to kill two birds with one stone.
In Fight Club, Project Mayhem destroys a giant bronze spherical sculpture.
So in the movie Fight Club, they put like a fountain sphere there also because they own the movie industries. And this one is the one that they destroyed on that in that movie, and you can now imagine what that means. Well, nothing. We are just doing some conspiracy theory shit, 9/11 and stuff. You're probably way too late to understand what we're even talking about.
This seems an obvious reference to the sphere at the World Trade Center complex.
Trust me. Everything's gonna be fine.
In a pivotal scene reminiscent of 9/11, we see the destruction of skyscrapers and the change of a skyline.
Second anniversary of the 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center, George Bush asked for an $87 billion increase in military spending.
The grandfather of George Bush wrote this book of Law, which is very, very interesting because he said he was possessed when he wrote that.
In 1904, Crowley would receive the Book of the Law soon after meditating in the King's Chamber of the Great Pyramid. He claimed he had been contacted by a being, some of its human between us, when just on occasion.
I want to show you something real quick, wait.
Of the wizards go
Okay, we already did that. This. This. Wait a second. No, actually, this is enough. This is enough. I think this is enough. Let's see if there is something new about Charlie. It was fun. Don't go sleep. Why are you bored? Want me to keep it rolling? Bro, you know what I don't understand, bro? Do you know Nick Fuentes? I don't know why he is so anti, like, that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I really don't understand it. Your neck is killing you. What the fuck is that? Would you eat this? Would you eat this? Bro, but let's be honest, bro. I don't see. Okay, this is somehow disgusting because it looks like isopods, but they are basically shrimps. Like, there is no difference between shrimps, scampi, and this. And it probably also tastes the same. Lobsters and stuff. Like, it probably also tastes the same. But why is it red like that? Okay, that looks nasty. But that shit looks fucking disgusting, bro. What the fuck? Okay, I'm good. Yeah, never mind. That ain't no lobster, bro. That ain't no lobster, bro. Now lobster is heavy. Fuck that. That was no lobster.
How do you react to Netanyahu's statement that the Jewish people are not occupiers in their own land, including in the eternal capital, Jerusalem?
Let me be clear. God is eternal. His word is eternal, and so are the Jewish people. Judaism forbids Zionism. The Jewish people never ever sought to gain sovereignty of the Holy Land till the Zionist godless founders hijacked our name. But it was never us. Our grandparents lived in the Holy Land in peace with their Arabic neighbors. They were friends and colleagues. Zionists wanted to create a Jewish nationality and destroyed it all to achieve it. Netanyahu, you do not represent us.
Thanks for the message.
No.
Bro, wasn't there a fucking wait a second. there was like a fan-made Dragon Ball series, which was so good, bro. What was the name again? Deliverance, maybe? Was it Deliverance? I think it has a new episode, that's why. Bro, that shit was really fire. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Vegeta versus Cell? What is that? 12 minutes? Okay, I'm down to look at this. Let me get food. We're gonna watch at some fucking AI Dragon Ball slop. Fuck it. It's gonna be funny. Yo, yo. Now I'm curious. Yo, Vesperanto is gone, yeah? GG's. See you next time. Boah. That looks insane, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, it looks like it's AI.
Remain indoors and away from
I like it.
Hostile activity has been detected in your sector. For your safety, do not attempt to leave your shelter.
Bro, AI is gonna kill us all. At least let's enjoy some Dragon Ball AI. It's ugly, really? I just saw this randomly. I wanted to check it out. How is this ugly to you? Okay, that is ugly. That is ugly now. You just say that because it's AI, no? AI cheeks. You are AI racist.
Even the stillness trembles.
What
A shadow
the
moves where
fuck?
none should be.
Who the fuck?
The air thickens, not from fear, but from what must be done. This darkness does not belong to one warrior alone. It touches all, and so all must rise. When the final blow must fall, it will not be by one hand, but by the will of us all.
This energy, it's unlike anything I've felt before. That pressure, it came out of nowhere.
Boah, that is
Whatever
an
it
ugly
is,
tension,
it's
hun, bro.
watching us. Wait. His power level, it's rising fast. Every second, it's climbing. If it keeps going like this, he'll surpass even the strongest warriors in the galaxy. The flow of water. It's no longer smooth. It's pulled in too many directions. And fire. I see it blaze behind another, fierce and untamed. He burns with conviction, but I sense the fear inside him. He doesn't fight for balance. He fights to be seen. That kind of fire spreads, not to war.
I don't know, I've
but to
never seen
devour.
this.
A lone boy adrift on a small boat. Waves quiet, but all around him, shapes, dark and vast. They circle without striking. It's not mercy, it's anticipation. They know something he does not. He is watched by eyes born from deeper depths than he can imagine. And now, I see it. A force is rising.
He talks like Jason Montoya.
But of purpose.
Tien, may I ask you something?
You already did.
He dissed him.
Do you feel it too?
Yes.
What a bastard.
It's already here.
I wonder where this is leading up to.
We interrupt this broadcast with urgent breaking news. Gingertown is under attack.
Okay,
In
that
broad
looks cool.
Powerful shockwaves have torn through.
Medusa, are you bored, perhaps? Maybe a little bit. I'm actually enjoying this somehow.
Command to Orbiter 9. Are you reading this?
Yeah, just picked up a distortion. What's going on?
We've got an energy spike coming straight toward Earth. No ID, no trajectory. It just appeared.
I see it too.
Would you be interested in checking my Jack edit?
Any idea what it is?
Yeah. But I wanna watch this a little bit. Tomorrow Dying Light and 2XK. I don't have Dying Light.
And that's what worries me.
And I am poor. have some issues with my PayPal account. I can't buy games. Otherwise I would do it.
We're seeing signs of a crash. Telemetry's unstable. Can you confirm your status? Unit 04, respond. Are you all right down there? Please respond.
Who is that? Is that supposed to be Bulma? A Palantir, a Jewish CEO.
So, you've come all this way just to lose again. Tell me, Vegeta.
Oh shit, I didn't see Satan. What the fuck? Oh boy, Satan looks shit, man. Satan looks shit.
So, you've come all this way just to lose again. Tell me, Vegeta.
Is that
was
Cell?
it pride or desperation? Either way, this ends with you on your knees.
Holy shit, what is
Come and
this?
get me.
End Cell, bro, what the fuck? Is that on his chest?
You think you've reached perfection, but perfection means nothing to a Saiyan who's still evolving.
Show me if there's anything left worth fearing.
Bro, I can't lie. If Vegeta was a real person, this is what he would look like, kind of. I never thought Medusa would be so invested in this. Bro, I find this interesting. I'm a boomer. You can get me with Dragon Ball and, yeah. Just put anything and Dragon Ball and I watch.
If there's anything left worth fearing.
Dad! Where are you?
Boah. Gohan looks sick. You can't deny that Gohan looks sick. Can I have an opinion on this Gohan? There is no possible way that you could have made Gohan in this art style better than this.
Dad! Where are you?
You've grown stronger, monkey, but strength alone won't save you. I was made to be perfect. You're just another broken remnant of a dying race.
Cell is racist.
Dry your eyes, boy. You're the son of the Prince of all Saiyans. You see this sky? This broken land? All of it is trembling with what's about to happen. But I need you to stand still and listen. You carry something in your veins that even you don't fully understand yet. Our people were wiped out, erased, but not our spirit. We were born on planet Vegeta, a world that no longer exists. Our race was fierce, feared, and proud. But our greatest strength wasn't in our fists. It was in our will, unbreakable, relentless, even in death. That blood is inside you now, and with it comes a responsibility. But not today. Today, you watch. Because what I do now, I do as your father. Not as a prince, not as a warrior, but as a man who finally understands what it means to protect. No training could have taught me this. No battle, no rival. Because when this is over, you'll remember who you are. And one day, when I'm no longer here, you'll carry all of this forward. Stronger, smarter, and better than I ever was.
Okay, Vegeta would have never said that. Stronger and better and smarter than I ever was to Trunks? Bro, he would call Trunks a fucking faggot and call it a day.
Closely. This is what happens to those who threaten my blood. I'll show you what true power looks like. True power looks like. True power looks like. True power looks like.
When are they gonna throw hands, bro? Isn't that Goku? Okay, this is getting ass. You're right.
You're no match for perfection. You call that power?
Where's the fight? They just talk. Oh, this is getting so... bro, I swear to God, this wasted my time. I was waiting for a fight all this time. They done brain rotted you. Bro, they fucked my life, bro. Give me this Jack edit, man. Fuck.
Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. You dig giant robots, I dig giant robots, we dig giant robots, just dig giant robots. Nice.
What is that?
This reminds me of a 90s cartoon, like beginning.
Did you do a motherfucking rage art in my stream? You banned, nigga!
Out of pocket for that shit.
You cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real. Leave me alone.
Oh my God.
Check your balls.
He tried it.
You think you can do this shit to me?
Reach for my neck, you'll get turned into an example.
King ain't got shit on me! Tactical now! He's coming! Hey, yo, what the fuck?
On and off the court, straight fundamentals. No funny business.
What the fuck?
Block. I don't give a fuck. Down back two. Down back. 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 Down back two. Block. Down back two. I'm on pressure. Down back two. I give pressure. Down back two. If it's block. Down back two. Block. I ride you. Don't know how to play Tekken while I'm pressing down back two.
Who gonna stop me?
Do it, Quill. I can take it.
Shut up, silly woman.
I'm gonna whoop your ass! I'm gonna whoop your ass!
I'm about to end this man's whole career. How?
I'm a pretty boy living on the west side, living so loud. Never hear me cry.
Bro, this shit is funny as fuck.
See no tears run down my eyes. Oh, these hills, they burn so bright. Oh, these hills, they bring me light.
As a young man, I would pull up on time. Looking in a mirror, looking good should be a crime. All this pain, I'll never let show. My real thoughts, you'll never know.
This is really good. Yeah, that was my song, Houdini. Didn't you recognize my voice?
What's the matter, bat baby? Prepare yourself, little boy. You digging in me, you digging in me, you digging in a nigga, you digging in me. Uh-oh, shut up. I'll get you, bitch. Come on, James.
I write, you don't know how to play Tekken while I'm pressing down back two.
Hey, slow down, fool.
Oh my days. Wow, that was sick.
What is that?
You utter fool, I calculated that.
Can I sit, sir? Permission to sit, sir? What you, sir?
这个不够，不然他根本。
腕を回すほどパンチ力が増大する。4、5、6、11、12、待て、13、14、15。
There is no way.
I don't think so. But fuck out of here, boy. Get that weak shit out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. That ain't make you shit.
Let him cut.
I just gave you opportunity of a lifetime, brother. And I'll be damned I'll be disrespected like this.
Hey, we this me engager. Flex on these hoes. Ah, the me engager of death. Say me engager. Me engage. Get me engaged, man. This the biggest mistake of the life. I'm the meat man. I'm coming.
Nipple twist.
Up in the sky.
Robo bitch.
Say that again.
What?
Get off, bro.
Heavy range, bro.
Get ready for the next battle.
Well, if you insist.
Bro, after this set, he changed his name.
Almighty push.
Oh my days. How can you be so retarded?
What are you doing? Don't be grabbing on me.
My ears burn.
Bro, your edits made Tekken feel fucking alive somehow. I don't know what to say. Really good. As if the characters are alive.
My back. Y'all can't fuck with me. I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him. Whoa. Step the wrong way and you will perish.
Ay, ay, ay.
Fight!
You're a fucking idiot.
Fucking diabolical.
Huh? Buff Kazuya.
Get this over, yeah?
Get off my face, bro. Hey! The Chrome Tech!
Hey!
Now it's my turn. Are you sure about that?
Another one.
Huh? What was that? I've never seen that.
Bro, I'm really about to beat your Pikachu now, boy.
Right there. I live in the shadows. Justice. Batman easy with eyes.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, shit!
Oh shit. That was sick.
Calculated that.
The Chrome Tech! The Chrome Tech! Hey!
Bro, how do they all eat this?
That I become invisible to the eye.
It's a floater!
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, try me, bitch.
Yeah, you did give them personality. Smashed it. How many views does this video have? I barely got 1k. Oh, that's sad. But I don't think it's because of the content. I think it's because of the timing, maybe. At the moment, a lot of people don't consume Tekken content. People clicked off. Bro, the video is amazing, bro. This video is sick. And I'm a hater. I don't like anything. Dofi is on Testo. Sick. Bro uses all his neurons when he's playing Tekken.
Sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Sigma. Skibidi. Kenner Lover 69.
Sick. Here. All right. Let me see. I think drop link. Okay. Wait a second. Here's the link. Don't go sleep, bro. What, bro? Let me see if Candice wanted to go live. I think she wanted to show something about this shit. If she goes live, then okay. If she doesn't, then no. Also, I wanted to watch One Piece. Okay, the show yesterday was not over. Apparently, she went through the roommate's
All right, you guys,
alibi.
let's actually start today's episode with...
Interesting. Okay, never mind. Alright, boys, I go sleep now. Welche Folge? Boah, 1000 irgendwas. Ich hab vergessen. Keine Ahnung. Ich muss gleich gucken. Good night and I see you tomorrow.